Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. Diving right in, link down below on YouTube, you'll find the market snapshot, which goes over inventory levels in the past week, available properties for sale in the Hudson County waterfront areas, as well as the absorption rate, the pace at which each market is selling, the months of supply, and also year-to-date sold. And then also down below, you'll have historical data going back to 2004 for the various markets. And you can see trends, days on market, average list price, median list price, etc. So that's all linked down below here on YouTube. As far as news articles I came across, Bank of America is going to be opening an office in downtown Jersey City in late 2026. So later this year, this is going to be closer to the Newport section of downtown Jersey City. They're building this out right now. Why this is important is because it's going to bring a lot of employees to the area. And those people may purchase, may rent. So we're going to have an influx of some workers working in Jersey City. So that could affect the real estate market in a positive way. So that's I'll link this down below. You can check it out. So Bank of America is going to be bringing workers over to Jersey City later this year. And also linked down below is a market snapshot. Looking at the market in the past week, there have been 76 properties that have gone under contract with offers accepted on them. They had an average list price of $835,000 and a median list price of $693,000. Last week, sales were 103, so we're down from last week. Last week, 103. This week, 76, meaning properties that are under contract. Average list price last week was $860, a little bit higher than this week, which was $835. $739 was the median price last week. This week it's down. $693,000 was the median. Days on market in the past week, 42 days was the average, 21 the median. Last week the average was 34 and 20 for the median. So average days on market up slightly from last week, median the same. So properties generally taking about a month and a half average on the market. That doesn't mean everything sells in that period of time, but in general, that's what the market's moving at right now. Looking at some recent sales in the past week in the Hudson County area. In Hoboken, there were 2 sales at 1425 Hudson Street. This is Toll Brothers' last building in that northeast corner of Hoboken. Up near Hudson T building, 15th Street and Hudson. Building was finished around 2018, 2019. And there were 2 sales that closed in the building. It's a smaller building than the surrounding Toll Brothers buildings that they built, only about a little over 100 units. Concierge building, they have an on-site fitness center, and they have a small pool, which is located on the top of the building. Here you have 1425 Hudson, Unit 11A, was a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,147 square foot unit on the 11th floor. List price $3,150,000. It sold for $2,950,000. 100 days on the market. This property was also on the market last year, so they took it off, put it back on. But this time around, when it listed in the fall, it came on the market again in October, went under contract in January, and just closed in early March for $2,950,000. Also came with parking for 1 car. Let's take a look at some of the photos. As I mentioned, this is a Toll Brothers building, a ground-up new construction. They have a common rooftop deck area as well as private rooftop terraces. Some units purchased private rooftop terraces. I don't believe this one came with it. There's very limited on-site parking spaces in this building. Most of the residents either park across the street at 1400 Hudson Street or a block and a half away at the main garage, which is on the corner of 15th and Garden Street. And that garage services most of the buildings in that 15th Street corridor, including 1400 Hudson, the Hudson T, 1450 Washington, Harborside Lofts, etc. And this is really the last building that's been developed on the waterfront. The other one that was built around the same time is 1000 Maxwell Lane. They kind of came on the market around the same time. And that, though, with the exception of those 2 buildings, the Hoboken waterfront is, to my knowledge, mostly built out. To my knowledge, there's really nothing else planned that's coming up on the waterfront. Most of the development that's going to happen in Hoboken is going to be on the northwest corner and the southwest corner. So northwest corner, 15th Street back towards Adams, Monroe, Madison Street. That whole corridor there is being developed. And then the southwest corner of Hoboken, where South End Lofts is currently being sold. So this unit, 4 bedrooms at 1425 Hudson, sold for $2,950,000. There was a 1 bedroom in the building as well, unit 6C, 1 bed, 1 bath, 832 square feet. List price was $870,000. It sold under asking for $855,000. Cash purchase, 20 days on the market. So this 1 bedroom. So this unit is western facing. So this looks west into 1400 Hudson Street, which is across the way here. You see this across on Hudson Street. So this is a western facing, non-view, does not have a New York City view home. And this 1 bed, 1 bath has sold 6C over at 1425 Hudson for $855,000. Moving into downtown Jersey City, Mandalay on the Hudson, 22nd Street, unit 1909. This was a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,450 square foot unit. Had New York City views. List price was $1,410,000. It sold for a full price, $1,410,000. 6 days in the market. Also came with parking for 1 car. So this unit is on the southeast corner of the building. Looking towards across the street here is Crystal Point, which is a condo building. And this is one of the Harborside office buildings. And you do have a view of Lower Manhattan here, World Financial. So this is a southeast corner 3 bed. Mandalay on the Hudson, originally built as rental apartments in like the early 2000s. It converted from rentals to condos around 2004, 2005 timeframe. 24-hour concierge building. They have an on-site fitness center, residence lounge area, and they also have a large outdoor pool, which is basically right down here. If you look off the balcony, you would see it. But this unit also has views of Midtown as well. So this 3 bedroom has sold over at Mandalay on the Hudson for $1,410,000. And all the buildings I'm discussing will be linked down below here on YouTube from my website, livingonthehudson.com, where you can check out other units that may be available for sale or that have recently sold in the building. 700 Grove Street. This is a Toll Brothers building built in the mid-2000s. 700 Grove, unit 10A, 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,373 square feet. List price was $849,900. It sold over asking for $866,250 on the market 2 weeks. Also came with parking for 1 car. This building is made up of mostly 1 bedroom plus den, and 2 bedroom layout. There's also a few studios as well. This is a courtyard unit, so the building is shaped like an L. Most of it runs along the train line, the Erie-Lackawanna train line, looking into downtown Jersey City. This portion, though, is looking into Hoboken. So here's Hoboken. 700 Grove is built on the border of Jersey City and Hoboken. It is in downtown Jersey City, though. You pay taxes in Jersey City. However, most residents utilize Hoboken since it's right across the street. The building has a shuttle service that goes to and from Hoboken Pat Station, peak morning and peak evening rush hour. And this is a courtyard unit, so you're overlooking the courtyard of the building. Across the way is Zephyr Lofts over here with the green windows, which is another condominium building in Jersey City. As I mentioned before, it was built around 2006. It's a 24-hour concierge building. They have an on-site fitness center, residence lounge, common courtyard. They also have the shuttle to and from Hoboken Path, which runs peak morning and peak evening rush hour. And this 2 bedroom, 2 bath has sold over at 700 Grove for $866,250. Moving in also into downtown Jersey City, Liberty Harbor, which is a development not far from Grove Street Path. It's near the marina in Liberty State Park, and right next to Gulls Cove, if you know where that is. Here you have 10 Regent Street, unit 608, 1 bed, 1 bath, 687 square feet. List price $584,000. It sold for full price $584,000. 39 days on the market. Liberty Harbor is a mixed-use development. You have residential rental buildings, exclusive residential rental buildings, as well as condominium buildings. So you have a mixture of the two properties. 10 Regent was like the first main condo building that was built in the community around 2006, 2008 timeframe. Building has a 24-hour concierge. They have an on-site fitness center, residence lounge. There's also a small rooftop pool area. You could also access another pool, which is in another rental building nearby. I believe you have to pay for a season pass, but it is available. You also have on-site rental parking available as well. You're very close to Grove Street Path, very close to the light rail. The light rail stop is actually like almost in front of the building. So this one bedroom is sold over at Liberty Harbor 10 Regent, unit 608 for $584,000. There was another unit around the corner on Tidewater Street, 96 Tidewater Street, unit 1G. This is a ground level unit, one bedroom, one bath, 748 square feet. List price was $495,000. It sold for $479,000, 48 days on the market. So this is in a smaller building like this. So in this complex, they built these brownstone style homes, which were intended to be sold as like the whole home. And some of them did sell that way. However, when the real estate financial crisis happened, 2007, 8, 9, the developer changed plans and he turned some of these, which were going to be originally townhomes, into condominiums. So they sold off mostly one bedroom, one bath condos. So you have these groupings on Tidewater that have the condos like this. So they are walk-up style. So you have a unit here, here, here. And this unit, I believe, is down below on the ground level. Yep, it's subgrade. And similar to 10 Regent, you have access, actually package delivery can go to 10 Regent Street. You have on-site rental parking available, and you can use all the amenities in the 10 Regent building, which include the gym, residence lounge, etc. So this one bedroom has sold for $479,000 over at Liberty Harbor. And finally, up in Weehawken, Gregory Commons, 518 Gregory Avenue, unit 411A. This is a two-bed, two-bath duplex, 1,370 square feet. List price was $745,000. It sold under asking for $725,000. 20 days in the market. Also came with parking for one car. Gregory Commons made up of three separate buildings in Weehawken, up on the Palisades Cliff. It was originally a factory. There were three factory buildings there that were converted into condominiums around 1987. I believe they were shirt manufacturers, and they converted the three buildings into loft condos. It's a concierge building. There's a concierge in the main building when you arrive, which I believe is building B. You have on-site fitness center. You have an indoor pool, as well as most of the units come with parking, and the parking is across the street on Gregory Avenue. There's a separate parking deck. However, there's a handful of units that have parking on site under the building, and I'm not sure if this is one of them though. This unit, it looks like they're going to be They're also going to be this community has done a lot of upgrades. They're going to be renovating the hallways, the exterior. They recently upgraded the gym. They did the roofs a couple of years ago. The windows, I believe, were done as well. And this is a common space room that they added as well. So if you like lofts, duplex style layouts, high ceilings, Gregory Commons is a nice option. And this is where the concierge is. So this unit looks like, I don't have a lot of photos on the inside, but this looks like it faced southeast. So looking into Hoboken and into downtown Jersey City. And this two-bedroom, two-bath duplex sold for $725,000 at Gregory Commons. Link down below will be the market snapshot, as well as the article on the Bank of America jobs coming to the area. These videos come out every Monday discussing the Hudson County real estate market. If you have any questions about the Hudson County real estate market, you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-5600. 3766. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.